Well, hello friends, and welcome back to my desert hardcore survival world. And I'd like to start this episode off by doing the most hardcore thing imaginable. Feeding the fluffy bunny rabbits. Here, bunnies, come here, you little cuties. Oh yes. Yes, we're all hopping and joyous and eating carrots and everything is wonderful. Oh yes. Hardcore. Hardcore the way it was meant to be played. Boy, this is hardcore. I never felt in such danger. Could I lose my hardcore world by being cuddled to death? Could I possibly get cuddled to death over here? Oh my goodness. There's too much love. I'm being cuddled to death. The bunnies are going to overrun me. Here you guys go. All the carrots a bunny could possibly want. I'm going to run out of carrots and they're going to all run away. Disperse, rabbits. Now, I got carrots again. Here you go. Come on. I'm good again. Now I'm good people again. Oh, yes. It's a beautiful thing. Well, you know, sometimes you just got to take a break from placing blocks on the world's biggest pyramid and come on over here and just recharge and rejuvenate your soul. And give carrots to little cuddly ones. The little soft cuddly babies. Come here, you guys. Say, you guys are much nicer than creepers. I'd much rather die by bunny than die by skeleton or gassed. Come here, you guys. Here you go, 2 stacks of carrots. That's gonna make for even more little babies. Here you guys go. Go forth and multiply. But speaking of the pyramid, I'm all out of blocks. You know, I'm noticing some slight lag a little bit every once in a while now when I'm really close to the bunny pit. That might be the last feeding of the bunnies. I don't want to have any performance issues. It's like all my sugar cane is growing up around here. But anyway, I've come to the point now where I'm running out of blocks for my pyramid. So I have to come back over here. I started another sandstone quarry over here, but I can only go down this far before I hit a water shelf. Water everywhere underneath there. Let's see how many. Well, almost 2 stacks of cactus so far since I built this little baby. Anyway. So because that quarry didn't play out the way I wanted to, I'm just going to have to continue flattening this landscape out. You know, nothing bad can happen from flattening out a landscape. Only good things. It just gives me more area to where I can build stuff. Now first I have to go ahead and remove the sand, because the sand interferes with getting this sandstone, and I'm going to need this sand anyway, because the base of the pyramid has to look connected to the ground and not like it's floating like the Queen Elizabeth. So this episode is going to contain a lot of really satisfying sand gathering and sandstone mining. Yeah, there's an awful lot of water around here. I don't know if Mojang or the people in Mojang are familiar with deserts, but it seems like... Okay, look here, I got a sand glitch. Look at this. I'm just breaking the sand infinitely. Nothing's happening, it's just infinite glitching sand. Hey Mojang, fix this please. That's happened to me several times while I've been doing this. The sand glitch. Also, could you please fix the super zombie glitch? You know, if I have a sharpness 5 sword, when I hit a zombie that's fallen 21 blocks, it shouldn't take 10 hits with the sword to kill him. It just shouldn't. I don't know who these super zombies are. Maybe Superman came back as a zombie. Maybe a zombie is the Incredible Hulk. Yeah, you know, when I was a little kid, I used to like those super movies, those superhero movies. Now that I'm older, I think they're utter crap. I think when they made the sequel to Iron Man, that's when the whole thing started going down the tubes. Or when they made Winter Soldier and they made Captain America kind of the bad guy or whatever. I don't know. That's when the superhero movies went down the tank. I personally prefer to watch old Clint Eastwood westerns now. I do like me some old classic Clint Eastwood. You guys ever get a chance to watch a movie called The High Plains Drifter? I would suggest you take that opportunity. It'll be time well spent. It would also make you a little bit sick of the modern movies. I really don't watch modern movies anymore. Maybe that makes me sound like an old fogey, but I don't think that the comedies are funny. I don't think that the action is riveting. The storytelling is very good. Now I'm going to fix this because I can't stand this kind of stuff, even though it's taking up some of my valuable sand blocks. Okay, Sugarcane, there's no water feeding you. I expect you to die. Come on. Come on, Sugarcane. Obey the rules of Minecraft. Oh, yes. But yeah, like I was saying, even The Simpsons stopped being funny years ago. I don't know what happened. I guess people just forgot what funny was. They're so worried about not hurting anybody's feelings that they forgot about comedy. And somebody's bound to get offended about something. I say let people get offended. Hey, I'm offended that you're being offended. What about me? Don't I count? You being offended is offending me. Doesn't anybody care about me? Okay? I'm kind of offending myself by being offended at things. Anyway, you see how that goes. That's why stuff from the 80s and the 70s is just so much more entertaining. Back when people just cared about good storytelling and creative and original ideas. Man, I saw this commercial from the early 80s. It's the funniest commercial I ever saw. It's for those ball storage jars. Have you ever seen this one? These two old prospectors are out in the desert. I'm guessing it's the early 1800s. And they're making a time capsule for future generations, and the guy's looking for valuable stuff to put in his time capsule. And the other ornery old prospector said, screw those guys. And he picks up the ball jar and he farts into it. And they both get a good laugh and they screw the lid shut. And then it cuts forward to a nice wholesome little family in the 1980s. And they're digging up this time capsule, and the man is saying, "Oh, I can't wait to see this time capsule. This is great. This is from my great-great-grandfather." And they're all looking forward to it. And they open up the ball jar, and a smell comes out of it, and it knocks all of them unconscious. And then it shows the ghosts of the two prospectors just laughing. And I thought, this is an actual commercial back in the 1980s. You don't find that kind of stuff today. Everything seems so fake and prepackaged and scripted and ridiculous these days. It's the death of entertainment and amusement. Oh, look. I better sleep. Now, see over yonder? Remember that? Back in episode 1 of this series, that was the natural bridge that I crossed over to go to that first village. And I'm settled right over yonder. How's that? How's that for sticking close to spawn? Of course, I have no incentive to not stick close to spawn, because this whole world is pretty much the same wherever you go. Of course, there are some different places. I'm in a more oceany place. I've been to other places that are more mountainous. And it made me wonder, might there be an ancient city underneath one of those desert mountains, those sandy, gigantic dunes, I guess you'd call them. And I thought, well, I don't know. If there's an ancient city down there, what would I do? Because you certainly can't get sheep easily around here. I guess I'd have to go on a quest to find some sheep. I know they do occur in some of the villages, but I'd have to transport them several thousand blocks back here. Okay, we can take that little weed out of there. Free up some inventory space around here. Go gather some blocks here. This is what I do. I get a big load of sand. There we go. Our pockets are full. Now we have to take the sand back to the storage system. You know, I was doing this earlier today, and a pillager raiding party popped up, and I got a Bad Omen level 5 potion out of it. I love running under these vines. You know, you like swing from the vines like Tarzan until you get really high up. Woo! Look how high up you can get. It's crazy. Somebody needs to give these guys a haircut. It's a little bit crazy, all these vines. Makes my stupid little vine farm over here pretty pathetic, doesn't it? I thought, oh, I'll make a vine farm. That'll be a good idea. Pretty stupid. I can just take the shears and go around and trim the vines I got there, and it's like I got infinite vines. Okay. Time to head back out there. Maybe on this trip, I'll just gather sandstone, flattening out the desert. Okay. Are you ready for some ASMR? Is there a little itchy spot on your brain that needs to be itched? Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself for satisfaction. You know, I don't think Minecraft would be nearly as good and popular if not for those blippity bloops. Prepare yourself for the pure, uninterrupted satisfaction. Oh, the pockets are full. You know the pockets are full when the blippity bloops stop. Oh, I wonder if there's any monsters under here. They could definitely spawn under here if they wanted to. Nope. Oh well. Just kind of hoping we could meet somebody interesting. Oh yes, the thunderstorm. The thunderstorm with no thunder in it. There's no thunder in that thunderstorm. But we did have some bad guys spawn way over here. Oh, look, a spider. Is there a skeleton over there too? And he ran into the water? That spider just despawned. But luckily the skeleton didn't. Oh yes. You gotta love those surprise thunderstorms. Yeah, the flat earthers would love me, because I'm turning this world flat. I'm also solving the mystery of who built the pyramids. Right? Like, how could anybody build the pyramid? Well, the pyramids were built by a crunchy frog. At least this pyramid is. Well, time to go out to empty out the pockets again. But you see, this is just a thing that I gotta do. I gotta do it a whole bunch of times. And what I do, the process basically is, I gather blocks until my shovel and my pickaxe are worn down to nubs. And then I go up in the mob farm and I mend them up. And then it's rinse and repeat. Now I gotta get out here before these blocks despawn. That would be horrible if all these blocks just disappeared on me. Oh yeah. Time to expose more of the sandstone. And I'll go ahead and reveal my pyramid to you guys just as soon as I get the outer shell finished. I want to be able to walk inside the pyramid and film the grand size of it and the way it looks in an episode, but I don't really care that much about the interior. Except I do want to go inside the interior because I tell you, when you're inside of a humongous pyramid, it looks pretty cool. You'll see what I'm talking about if you haven't seen it before. But this is my largest pyramid yet. I believe my largest pyramid in the past was 128 blocks by 128 blocks. This one is twice that large. And 128 blocks by 128 blocks is pretty big. Pockets are full. Now look at this. The sugar cane's just still sitting here. You know, I'm curious about something. I went and planted some sugar cane in a block high of water just to see how it would grow. And I haven't gone back and checked up on it yet. But I figure I might as well do this right now that I'm thinking about it. Sugar cane grows in water. Now here's a weird thing. You can't plant sugar cane. Here, I'll show you. You get the sugar cane here, just as an example. See, I can't plant it there. I can't plant it here, but I can plant it on the very edge of this little embankment here. Like right there. It'll plant there underwater. Now, let's see if it does it in too deep water. See, it won't plant there, it won't plant there, but it plants there. What kind of unnatural thing is this? Mojang? You guys need to put your heads together or come up with an explanation or something. I wonder if I go way down here. Yes, but not here. Now what's the difference between here and here? They're both surrounded by water. Like here and here, you know? But not, I could do it here. That's right next to a ledge. But not here, not here, not here, not here. But here, yes. What kind of weird thing is this? And will the sugar cane grow to be 3 high under here and not stick up out of the water at all? I'm curious to find out. Tune in next time to find out. Find out if the sugarcane grew underwater and how tall it grew. Oh, it's a UFO. What is that? Oh no, that's just a bee. Just one of these wandering, stupid bees. These guys, they go all over the place. He's in search of a flower. Or maybe he just thinks the rabbits are cute. Or maybe he doesn't like flying over here because of all the vines all over the place. I need to get the clippers out and come over here and shear these vines off. It's getting out of hand. But anyway, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you guys next time.